Hello and welcome to the Silliest Camper Van of the Year Awards, and we have a really strong contender with this one here from Clever Vans. It's called the Maxi van. It costs €71,500 plus, and what this has got is really silly is this chair in the door. It comes with an airline type table thing, and it blocks the entrance, and that I find rather daft, unless there's some good point to it. It is affixed to the floor, as you can see, and the chair will come out. Oh, it's not, as it turns out, a table but a step. Right, the step is of course for the person who's sitting up there. So there you go, not a table but a step. And that, however, is also a step. That's for a step if you can't find the ladder to get into the tent in the roof, which is up here. Tent in the roof does, however, have a skylight in it. So coming down, it's quite a high van, this one inside, and which is good if you're actually wanting to sort of have lots of storage and things inside. And I can't open this. Why can't I open this? Oh, this one. And there you can see it's got this is contoured because the shape of the van. No ledge on that, so the things are just going to drop out as soon as you open the thing. There's a bit of a ledge on that. Right, you can sit up in bed. You can sit up. And I can't tell which way it's supposed to sit up at because there's no lighting at the top. This there is there. So you're supposed to sit at this angle. Let's turn the light on. Well, anyway, we'll turn the light on if it worked. We've got these little things in the door there. I suppose that's to keep your phone or something. If you could find something to charge it with. Here we have a wardrobe of sorts. No, it is a wardrobe. That's fair enough. I'm being a bit unfair now. And more storage up here. Up here. Right. Up here. Oh, there you go. So you can do it. Eventually, you get it there. I need to point out, however, that something's happened in my van as well. So. Now I like high camper vans as a rule. This one is, however, an exception. Vitrifigo, two-way fridge, and let's look in here. The washroom. Actually, the washroom is quite nice on the whole. I have to say, quite like the washroom. Storage there. I'm going to stand inside, in fact, just to show you how much space there is in here. Look at all this. There's my hand. There's my. Can you see my hand? Right, there's my hand. There's my hand. Look how high it goes up. So plenty of room in here. The washroom's all right, actually. That will be a negative point in the Silliest Van of the Year award. And that goes there. Sensible sliding door. Can't see who this is actually aimed at. It's going to have 3 seats at the back, as this one here has got. It's fair bit of storage. So, well, 4 sleeping places. Push. And cooking down here. 1 burner. There's steps in that to get into the bed. And I shall get out via this step that looks like a table. Stacks of storage down here, of course, as you'd expect. This will lift up. This will come up here. Ooh, like that. This one's come up. Ooh, where's that? Where did that? There you go. That lifts up, and if you don't want it to lift up, then oh, it's got to go all the way up there like that. So you got a stack of plate storage here. You can hang that up onto that thing there, and that should hold it. Although I don't really want to risk it, so it mightn't work. In here we've got the gas cupboard, 2 gas cylinders. That'll keep the thing warm for ages, I hope. And there's a bit more storage down the bottom as well. I like the fact that actually it's got a high roof, except for that daft tent up there. I think that chair is really silly. So whilst we're here, we'll have a look what else they've got. Here's another one, which these two up here must be their stars of the show, so to speak. And last year, Clever Vans produced a van at under 30,000. There seems to be some doubt as to how many were actually produced. I don't think there was many. This will cost almost 73,000. It's a 2 singles which have been joined. It's very high though. I do like the high roof, and it's got the same washroom, and it's got a bigger kitchen. I think I don't have to have 3 burners, but I think one needs 2. I like the way the chairs though have been profiled back. Well, you know, a cheap brand like Clever Vans, and it's producing on a Mercedes Sprinter, it doesn't fit the image. If it's cheap and it's not a Mercedes. Yeah. Sorry, I mean, it's like 72,000, of course, isn't particularly cheap. Oh, don't know what the name is. You can actually win a prize. You can think of a good name for this. It's a prototype. It costs 94,000 euros. I've thought of it. Right, so if you think of a name for this thing here, then do write it down. It might win a prize. It might win the booby prize, which is the van. Here's one on a Renault. This is also a prototype at nearly 60,000 euros. And this one here just appears to be a straightforward normal van. Let's, you know, more. So to return to the subject of this 30,000 euro van, which the thought is that one person suggested to me that 120 of them were actually built and sold at that price. Somebody else suggested that most people think that none were produced. Have not found a single person who bought one. And when I tried to interrogate the person who would have known, that is the marketing person from Clever Vans, unfortunately he cleared off. So I was prepared. This is not an investigative channel, but as a person who did run a business magazine once, that really did sort of get my interest. So, taking you around the stand. Clever Vans is part of Pössl. Pössl started in 1989, is a van converter to be sort of very basic, so therefore very cheap. Must have got to a stage when it wasn't cheap enough, so they made Clever, which is meant to be even cheaper. That was the objective of the exercise. And there, well. So let's come back to this one I started off with. Also, a lady sitting in it now. Oh, they've got these things as well. These cars with a bed in. So, bring you back to this one. There was a walk around the stand. Don't think Clever Vans are particularly clever myself. That's just my opinion, and you might think differently. I really don't like this, what they do with this 30,000 van at all. Many people actually thought they bought a van at 30,000 euros and they hadn't. So that's something I find personally very, very bad, particularly viewers who've complained about not getting them. Anyway, there is a one, I'm sure it is available at 72,500 or whatever it was, and it's got a daft extra chair blocking the gangway. So thanks for watching, and lots of videos on this site, and upload every day at 21:15 Central European time. All the best from me in Germany.